Hello Aries, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy bringing you your November 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of November roughly, and this is for the fire sign of Aries. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for being here, for taking the time to watch these videos, making yourself part of the blessing and gift it is to be able to create them. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this is for you. Cross-watchers, if you're cross-watching for an Aries, this video is also relevant and important. It is a general reading. It may resonate a little differently for everyone who watches. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest. Excuse me. And if you know all of your signs, sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, it's helpful to watch those videos as well for additional insight. If something really does hit home for you, if it really does resonate and you'd like to take a deeper look at something and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in that, you can email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information by clicking the description or the word more, and you'll see that there. I would love to hear from you. I can usually get back to you quickly the same day or within 24 hours. I do offer a wide variety of reading options in all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads. I have put a little something in there for everyone, and I'm quite diligent and focused on the timely scheduling of personal readings, as this is what I do full time. It's all that I do. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, Aries, our lovely Rams. Let's see what the first half of November 2024 looks like for you. For those of you who like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin with the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Aries, there may be something, a situation that you're in or that you've gotten yourself in that you feel you can't get out of or can't change in a positive way, but there's something that you're either missing or you've seen or has been suggested to you that for some reason you're giving yourself some kind of reason or excuses why you can't do the new thing or implement something new or make some kind of changes. I mean, the Eight of Swords is a card of feeling kind of trapped and helpless and bound, but the only thing that's keeping this person trapped in this circle of swords is themselves. Nobody else is actually holding them there. Now, swords are governed by the element of air, which governs this, our intellectual landscape, which is how we think, our belief systems and ideologies, our perspectives, because that's what decides what we tell ourselves reality is and how we react to that reality. So this is a person that feels trapped, right? But trapped by the swords, which represents, ideas, perspectives. It's somebody who says, yeah, I don't like this, or yeah, this is happening, but there isn't anything I can do about it, because you feel perhaps like the external challenges are too strong. It's interesting that in this card, the person is often shown as blindfolded, meaning, they can't see a way out, right? But with it is the Ace of Swords, which is, that knowledge, that truth, that epiphany, kind of the light bulb going off over your head, seeing something in a brand new, fresh perspective. It's like, here's a way to get out of this situation or change the situation in some way, but you're telling yourself, well, no, I can't. It's going to be too hard, or it's going to be, whatever, fill in the blank. The reasons and excuses we give ourselves for not implementing changes because we feel it's going to be quite difficult or challenging. And it's not to invalidate the challenges. It might be quite challenging. But the only person keeping you really kind of trapped without the possibility of change is something in your own mind that's going on. Maybe being a bit unwilling to look at what you could do and focusing too much on what you feel you can't do. So next we have Strength, which says you have the courage, the strength, and the resiliency. With the Ace of Coins or Pentacles, the Ace of Earth. Two aces here. This is great. Aces are always kind of, a bit of extra luck. In the early tarot times, when aces were pulled in a spread, they would often put them aside, not to disregard them, but to look at them in a separate way, influencing the rest of the deck because they were considered, kind of little portents of good luck. So aces represent the number one, a new start, a new beginning. We have the air, the intellectual one here, new ideas, seeing something in a different perspective. And we have the ace of earth here. So it could be a new beginning that perhaps has a practical component. This might be, this may resonate for many of you as career, work, money in some way. The ace of coins represents a new beginning in that, or a new beginning that has practical components. It's traditionally a card for new jobs, new projects, new ventures, moving, relocating, some kind of new beginning that makes a difference in your day-to-day life. Strength does imply that there are challenges here, especially next to the Eight of Swords. But strength with both of these aces does indicate that you have everything you need. You have the courage, the strength to be able to face your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, to implement something new here. It could be a new job. It could be a new career path. It could be taking your current job or business and implementing new things like, a way to broaden your potential customer base, a way to, expand your visibility, right? Or thereby expanding your business. Could be moving or relocating, or a combination of both of those things. We have the Nine of Wands, which we sometimes call our Wounded Warrior card. It's somebody who has been through quite a bit. It does imply that you've faced quite a bit of challenges already. You may be feeling discouraged. You may be feeling tired. You may be feeling like, oh, here's one more thing I have to deal with. And yet the Nine of Wands is a card of pushing through that last quarter mile, which is usually the most difficult, right? Because in the tarot, tens represent a cycle completion or a cycle achievement. So the Nine of Wands represents being very close to completing a difficult cycle. You're kind of going, oh, can I push through? You can. It also, especially next to strength, does indicate that you have, again, the strength, the perseverance, and the resiliency to push through that. With the Nine of Coins. Why? Because you've already worked hard to get to where you're at. The Nine of Coins is a card of independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, and self-confidence. And where does that come from? It comes from having worked to gain it. This is somebody who's worked long and hard to get to a place where they're now enjoying reaping the fruits of their rewards, right? Reaping the fruits of their labors. You've come a long way, Aries. And it may be that you find yourself, for some of you, in a financial and material or business, situation that's tough. It may be that you are asking yourself, is this it? Has it run its course? Can I not do anything more? Is it not possible for me to move forward, to expand my business, to get a job, whatever it might be for you, because this is a general reading. But it says that you've overcome already so many challenges, Aries, that you can do this. You can see this through to the end of this difficult cycle, which is just around the corner. You've got this, Aries. I think I might title this video that. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus, which makes total sense, is the Knight of Coins. Lots of earth energy here. So whatever this is for you, Aries, because it's a general reading, the little details and specifics will vary, but the fundamental energy doesn't. So the Knight of Coins, Knights usually represent opportunities, offers, and action towards that, right? Because Knights always have a mission and a quest. And they're very single-minded and focused on that mission and quest. That's how they usually achieve it. All four of the Knights in the tarot are movers. They move faster than the civilians. Although the Knight of Coins or Knight of Earth is a little slower than the other Knights because he's more cautious, more detail-oriented. He makes sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, but he always gets there. He always accomplishes what he sets out to accomplish because of the way that he does it, step by step. I often think of the Knight of Coins or Pentacles as my steady Eddie. It may take a little longer, but he always gets there. And sometimes the other Knights don't because they tend to be a little quicker. It might be finding a new job for some of you. It might be frustrating. It might be getting new business. If you have a new business, like getting new business in, things may seem slow. You may have times where you, let's peel this back a bit, that overall energy, where you doubt yourself, you doubt whether or not you have the ability to move forward. But it does look like there's something specific that you could do. I mean, there's opportunities here with both of these aces, new ideas on how to, in a practical way, implement something new here. The Hermit. The Hermit also speaks to your perseverance and determination as well, because the Hermit represents somebody who's walked quite a long road, and that road has given him or her a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, right, in how to navigate through situations. You can see that this person is on this very narrow precipice. There's a snake in front of him, right? Well, he wants to avoid that snake or not engage with that snake. And if he was walking in darkness, that would be difficult to do. But he has this lantern that's lighting the way so he can carefully navigate how he moves on this narrow path. Well, that light is symbolic for his knowledge, his experience, his wisdom that he's gained through the road he's already walked long, leading up to where he's at or she's at now, right? So again, it speaks of having the knowledge based on your experience. I mean, you've been through tough times before, Aries, and it's about using that experience to figure out, okay, how can I navigate through this time period? How can I conserve things so that I make them last through this time period? Are there any new ideas, new things that I could implement in order to see more progress or see more movement in this? Perfect pairing for that Nine of Cups. Five of Cups and Seven of Pentacles with that. So something hasn't worked out here, and you're trying to figure out what to do. But there's a bit of an indication here, Aries, with that self-limiting Eight of Swords and this Five of Cups, that there may be too much energy, too much time, too much focus on what hasn't worked out, what isn't coming in, and having your focus be on that rather than on, okay, how can I conserve to get through this period if it's, a financial and material thing? Or how can I, because nothing ever stays the same forever. Are there something new I can do? Could I get in, particularly for work or business? Is there a way I could bring in some additional income? Is there a way that I could expand my business to maybe to explore offering something else that I hadn't thought of offering, or partnering with somebody else? That sort of thing here. Let's take a look at this Eight of Swords and Ace of Swords. Because this is like, there's a new idea, and yet you're saying, well, yeah, but if I did that, I'd have to deal with all this other stuff. It's just too hard. But Spirit's here saying you can. Okay, Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth. So this is a card about everybody being in alignment towards one common cause and one common goal. It's a card of teamwork, of collaboration. Everybody has something different to, contribute. Maybe they don't agree on everything, because this can also be about compromise and negotiation. But it's about kind of getting everybody on the same page towards a common goal. It might be potential partnership here for you. We have the Four of Cups, which is a card of an offer being made, but somebody's resisting taking the offer out of a sense of, apathy, or they're used to an old way of doing something, or an old situation, even if that situation is no longer working for them and they feel dissatisfied. There's something new on offer here, or some new idea or perspective here, or partnership that's being held out to you, but there's a sense of resistance because it requires some kind of change, stepping outside your comfort zone, perhaps, implementing new things where you're used to doing things a different way. A strong suggestion here for you to take this. whatever this new idea or new opportunity is. I mean, free will, free agency. But it's time to stop focusing on what hasn't worked, what has gone wrong, what you can't do, and instead start being more proactive, more action-oriented and intentional in saying, okay, what can I do? What are the options here? And actually, in a practical way, exploring those. Let's take a look at Strength and the Ace of Coins. We have the Eight of Swords again. So the Eight of Swords and that like Four of Cups is the challenge. The challenge is basically not allowing the messages that are coming in saying, you can't do this new thing or you can't step out in this new way. And saying, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Justice. Justice is the reap what you sow card. Meaning, justice is about the rule of law, what's fair, what's even, what's equitable. Morals and ethics here. The straight path, right? But it's the reap what we sow card because the outcome is dependent on our own actions and choices. Not what we think or wished, but what we actually did. Minimal investment, minimal return, maximum investment, maximum return, no investment, nothing changes, right? So in a way, the onus is on you here. Spirit's kind of saying, look, you could go in this new direction. The opportunity is there. Face your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, walk through them and move forward. Because you've got this, Aries. 9 of Wands, 9 of Coins. The Fool. The first major arcana card in the tarot, meaning a whole new chapter begins. Stepping out into the unknown, taking a leap of faith, or even a little step of faith. Challenging yourself, getting out of your comfort zone, taking a risk. The Ace of Swords again, on a new idea, a new path, implementing that. Here's another ace, the Ace of Wands. You got 3 of the 4 aces here. That's action. The Ace of Wands is fire. It's action. It's intention. It's, enthusiasm and excitement, creativity, inspiration. The King of Wands, that's you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You've got this in the bag. Maybe not in the bag, but you have everything you need in order to do it. It's the biggest challenge is going to be yourself, overcoming your own kind of fears and wanting to cling to the known, instead of stepping out into something new. That's the only thing you need to overcome here, which can sometimes be the hardest thing to overcome in ourselves. But everything here says that you can. So, any final words, guidance, advice from Spirit? The 3 of Wands. This is a card of growth and expansion. Someone has the 3 wands actually represent, efforts that you've put into laying the foundation for growth and expansion. You're starting to see some of those efforts paying off, and you're feeling much more hopeful, positive, optimistic about the future. The 9 of Pentacles, again, same as the 9 of Coins. Independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, and confidence, because, you've already walked quite a long road to get here. You can do this. You can get through this. It's literally right around the corner if you choose to be proactive, action-oriented, and intentional. The Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Coins again. Divine timing and orchestration is bringing you this new idea, this new opportunity, this new partnership, this new path. You just have to be proactive and step out of your comfort zone, go through the challenges you need to, because your success that's the way. The way through is the way through, right? Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. Those are your messages for the first half of November 2024. For those of you for whom it was relevant and resonated, I hope that this was helpful, brought you some food for thought, perhaps a bit of inspiration and courage in moving forward on a new path. So if it did, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you simply resonated with the reading style. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click the description of this video or the little word that says more to see that contact information as well. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all a short while down the road for another set of readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.